everybody. This is Ayushi Maheshwari. Welcomes you all back to my channel Physio Gyan. After the brachial artery, our next topic is radial artery. So before moving on to radial artery, do not forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button and share it with your colleagues. So guys, radial artery is the continuation of the brachial artery and it is the major blood vessel supplying the anterior compartment of the forearm muscles. The brachial artery bifurcates into two, ulnar artery and the radial artery at the cubital fossa. So we are talking about this radial artery. जैसे कि नाम से ही पता चल रहा है ये है radial artery. So it's very easy to remember that it will move along the lateral side of the forearm which is having the radial bone. रेडियल नाम से ही पता चल रहा है तो ये हमारी रेडियल बोन जिस साइड है उसी की तरफ होती है यानी अल्नर बोन इज टुवर्ड्स द मीडियल साइड एंड रेडियल बोन इज टुवर्ड्स द लेटरल साइड. सो दिस आर्टरी इज running along the radial bone. So moving on toward its origin, radial artery. As the brachial artery bifurcates at the cubital fossa into two ulnar and the radial artery, so radial artery ends at the head of the radius bone. Brachial artery ends here and the radial artery starts from here. So we get to know that this is the origin of the radial artery. And it runs along the lateral aspect of the anterior compartment of the forearm under the brachioradialis muscle lateral to the here we are having flexor carpi radialis tendon. I will show you forward in the diagram and ends over at the wrist lateral to the flexor carpi radialis tendon. So this is the origin and termination of the radial artery. The use of the radial artery is very common. जैसे कि आप लोगों ने कई बार देखा होगा हम डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं और डॉक्टर क्या बोलता है कि आप अपना हाथ दिखाइए एंड डॉक्टर होल्ड्स योर हैंड लाइकवाइज. Why he holds your hand likewise? To check the pulse of the radial artery. Though radial artery is very superficial throughout its course and it is very easy to access. Just by applying 2-3 fingers, the doctor can very easily able to measure the pulse of the patient and diagnose it with whether the patient is having normal pulse or abnormal pulse and for many other diseases. And also the radial artery is used in drawing the blood for the arterial blood gas measurement. And one more thing, what is the advantage is when the radial artery ends at the wrist and the ulnar artery is also coming parallel with the radial artery and then these both the arteries anastomose moving on forward from the wrist, the radial artery and the ulnar artery anastomose with each other and forming the two deep branches. Two arches, superficial arch and the deep palmar arch. So as they are anastomosed, if the radial artery is damaged, so the ulnar artery will carry on and supplying the blood to the hand. And if the radial artery is damaged, then if the ulnar artery is damaged, then the radial artery takes over. Though radial artery is very superficial, it is easy to repair. Now moving on towards the course of the radial artery. As the radial artery is a very small terminal branch of the brachial artery, it runs downward over the lateral aspect of the forearm. This is the lateral side and this is the medial side. It runs along the lateral aspect of the forearm below the brachioradialis muscle and it forms a bit of convexity. As you can see, there is a convexity and this is the flexor carpi radialis tendon. So it forms a convexity at the flexor carpi radialis tendon up to here and then from here it turns posterior and ends in the anatomical snuff box. This is your anatomical snuff box. When you will completely extend your thumb, you will find a bit of the depression area over the here. This is called this anatomical snuff box and your radial artery ends here. So and also remember, your radial artery is completely superficial throughout its extent. So now moving on towards its relations. What are its relations with the muscles? So this is the diagram of the relations of the brachial artery. Over the anterior part, it is completely covered with the brachioradialis muscle in the upper 1/3 part. In this diagram, I have not shown you the brachioradialis muscle because this is the TL, this is the cut section which muscles are showing all the posterior muscles. So in the upper one-third part, means over here in the upper one-third part of the interior part, there is a brachioradialis muscle, and below that it is all superficial, covered with only skin and the superficial and the deep fascia. And posteriorly it is having in relation with this muscle, this is pronator teres, flexor digitorum superficialis, supinator muscle, and this is your pollicis flexor pollicis longus muscle, this is your pronator quadratus muscle, and this is your complete radial artery which is bifurcating from the brachial artery. And this is your biceps tendon. So over the medial side at the lower part, it is having the flexor carpi radialis tendon, and over the upper part it is having a insertion of the pronator teres muscle, and over the lateral side it is again having the flexor pollicis longus muscle and the pronator quadratus muscle and your radial bone. Okay, so now moving on towards the branches of the brachial artery. The first branch is the radial recurrent artery. It arises just below the elbow and runs deep to the brachioradialis muscle over the elbow joint to anastomose with the radial collateral artery. As I already told you in my previous video of the brachial artery under the heading of the recurrent and collateral anastomosis of the elbow joint. So next branch is the muscular branch. Muscular branch of the radial artery supplies all the lateral muscles of the forearm, as I explained you already in the diagram. Next is the palmar carpal branch. The palmar carpal branch arises deep to the pronator quadratus muscle and runs medially to the flexor tendon muscles and anastomose with the, and over the palmar part in anastomose with the ulnar palmar branch to form the arch at this area. Next is the superficial palmar branch. The superficial palmar branch of the radial artery starts where the radial artery ends at the forearm and winds backward to the anatomical snuff box. जब radial artery यहाँ से forearm को छोड़ के पीछे चले जाती है anatomical snuff box में, वहीं से ये superficial palmar branch arise होती है and it move forward deep and supplies all the thinner muscles and the terminal branches of the ulnar artery and anastomose with the ulnar palmar branch artery. So guys, this was all about the radial artery. If you have any queries, please comment down.